Today we're going to look at like terms. Like terms will have the same variable, and if there is an exponent, it must be the same for every variable. But we're not looking at exponents today. I just want to show you. You notice we have a circle around this 8a. The variable here is a, and here is an a. So what we've done is we put a circle around the terms that have an a. Notice also that in this one we've included in our circle the minus sign. It's very important that you include that. The reason is we're going to combine the 8a and the minus 2a, and we would do that like this: 8a and then minus 2a, and then all we do, we don't look at the a's, all we do is we look at the coefficients here. 8 minus 2 is 6, and now we just bring down our a. And then notice here we have a box around the terms that have a c as a variable. And we'll go ahead and put that c and c. And we've got this box here and a box here. Now we can go ahead and we can write plus 6c and plus 5c. Okay? Now on this one, we'll just call that a positive 6c plus 5c. Once again, don't look at the variables, just bring it down. And 6 plus 5 is 11. So our end result is 6a plus 11c. And if you'll see, that is how this one works right there. All right, let's look at example number 1 here. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to put a box around the terms with an x. Notice how I'm including the plus sign here. And I'm going to circle the y. All right, let me put my boxes together. 10x. Oh, you know what? Let me 10x plus 5x gives me 15x. And I don't have anything to do with that one, so I'll just bring down the whole thing, minus 6y. All right. Now, let's go over here and let's look at, here we have y's. There's a term with a y. There's a term with a y. Now let's use a different color and do a square. There's a 5w, and there's a 2w. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3y minus 9y gives me negative 6y. And then I have 5w plus 2w gives me 7w. And since it's positive, I'm just going to go ahead and do that so that I can show my answer is negative 6y plus 7w. While we're here, let's go ahead and look at an important difference between two vocabulary terms. Here we have simplify, and here we have solve. In simplify, you notice there's no equals here. There's nothing, and there's nothing on this side. We can't solve this. All we can do is make it simpler, and that's simplify. Solve, on the other hand, look at this. It has an equal sign, and we can solve this. We can actually get an answer. We won't do that right now, but let's go down here for a little bit better visual description. In simplify, all we can do here is 9x and minus 3x minus 8 is the same thing as saying 9x plus negative 3x, and then a minus minus gives us a plus 8. So when we combine the 9x and the negative 3x, it gives us 6x, and then we have plus 8. So our answer is 6x plus 8. We have no idea what x equals. Now in this, we can do the same thing, and for brevity's sake, I'm just going to go ahead and simplify the 9x minus 3x plus 8 equals 20. First thing we're going to do is we're going to combine like terms. 9x minus 3x is 6x. Plus 8 equals 20. And then get rid of our constant. We have 6x equals 12. And remember, we divide. I'm just going to go ahead and put it up here so we have a little more room. 6x equals 12. We're going to divide by the number in front of x, which is the coefficient. And we get x equals 2. Notice that we actually know what x equals here. This is solving. Blue is solving. Okay, this is simplifying. We don't know what x is over here where the red is. We know 6x plus 8. We don't know anything else. We don't know what anything equals. All right. Now let's get down to some solving. Okay. In here we have 4x plus 2x. Go ahead and show you over here. 4x plus 2x. We don't worry about the x's when we're adding. And 4 and 2 is 6. I'm going to put that plus there so you see what I'm doing. So we can now rewrite this as 6x equals 24. Divide by the coefficient of x. That's the number multiplied by x. And we get x equals 4. Okay, let's do number 4. We have 5a minus 2a. Now, one easy way to look at this is if a variable you say is a box, and you have 5 boxes, and you take away 2 boxes, how many boxes do you have left? You have 3 boxes. Okay? Now, we're going to divide by the coefficient, and we have a equals 10. Let's go on for a little more. Okay. Number 5. Notice we have negative 6x and negative x. So we could do that over here, negative 6x. And if there isn't a number in front of it, you can imagine there's a 1. Okay, bring your x's down. Negative 6 minus 1 is negative 7. So we have negative 7x plus 3 equals negative 4. We're going to subtract 3 from both sides. So 3 minus 3 is 0. We don't need to write that. We can bring down our negative 7x. Negative 4 minus 3 is negative 7. Then we divide by the coefficient of x. And we get x equals 1. Negative 7 divided by negative 7 is positive 1. Go over to number 6. Notice how I'm including the sign in front. Minus 2c and plus 6c. So if I have negative 2c plus 6c, negative 2 plus 6 is 4. Bring down our c. So that's positive, right? So here we have 9 plus 4c equals 29. Let's get rid of our constant. Remember, the constant is the number that stands by itself. Since it's a positive 9, to get rid of it, we need to subtract 9. All right, 9 minus 9 is 0. We don't have to bring that down. We have plus 4c. And then 29 minus 9 is 20. divide by the coefficient of x, or of c in this case, the coefficient of the variable. And remember, whatever we do on the left side, we do on the right side. If we're dividing by 4 here, we divide by 4 here. And 4 divided by 4 gives us 1c. And 20 divided by 4 gives us 5. In this example, we have 2b and minus 3b. And if we have 2b minus 3b, that gives us negative 1b. And we can just write that as negative b plus 7, that's all we're doing is bringing that down, equals negative 5. Subtract our 7. That's the opposite of adding 7. We have negative b equals negative 12. Now we don't want to know what negative b is, so let's do this. Let's divide, since we remember there's a number in here, we could write negative 1b, and it's not wrong, it's just not really good looking. So we can divide by negative 1, and we get b equals, and here, negative 12 divided by negative 1 is 12. Alright, this is only different because the variable is on the right side, but we'll do it the same way. 10x and minus x. Remember, if you don't see a number, you can always just put in the 1. So 10x minus 1x gives us 9x. So we write this, negative 19 equals 9x, see we combined those two and came up with that, plus 8. Okay, now we need to get rid of the 8, minus the 8. Negative 19 minus 8 is negative 27, equals 9x. Divide by the coefficient of x. Negative 27 divided by 9 is negative 3. So we know that x equals negative 3. Alright, now here's a word problem. Sometimes it helps to draw a picture. So let's go ahead and we're going to draw a picture. To find a perimeter, we need to add this side, and this side. So let's say this side is x plus 12. So we'll go ahead and put x plus 12. This side is 2x plus 4. And this side is x. Now, of course, this is not drawn to scale, but it helps to show us. So if we take the perimeter is equal to 180, we just add these things together. X plus 12 plus 2x plus 4 plus x equals 180. Now we add our like terms together. X, 2x, and x. If we add all those together, we get 4x. Now let's add our constants together. There's 12 and 4. When we add 12 and 4, we get plus 16 equals 180. All right, so now we just solve this the regular way. Subtract 16. This gives us 4x equals, and that's 164. Divide both by the coefficient of x. And then we'll go ahead, I'm just going to put over here, 164 divided by 4 is 41. All right, so we know that x equals 41. In this case, they didn't ask us to find out what the lengths of the sides were. We just know that x equals 41. Make sure you read, it says find the value of x. All right, number 10 is asking us something different. It's saying find the length of the longest side. All right, same thing. We're going to draw our picture. This is x plus 3, x plus 4, x plus 7. So we can add all those together. X plus 3 plus x plus 4 plus x plus 7. When we add up all of our x's, x, x, and x, okay, we get 3x. And then when we go for our constants, positive 3 plus positive 4 plus 7 is positive 14. And we know that the perimeter is 104 inches. All right, so we're going to subtract the constant again. We have 3x equals, let me draw that line for you, 90. Divide by the coefficient, and we get x equals 30. We're not done yet. We need to find out what the sides are. If x is 30, then this is 30 plus 3. This one is 30 plus 4, because x equals 30, remember, 34. And then this one is x plus 7. X is 30 plus 7 equals 37. Now we're trying to find the length of the longest side. So the length of the longest side is 37 inches.